the stone cafe opens, I come carrying yesterday, with its quiet weight still folded in my chest. Nothing broken, nothing spoken, only more than I could name, and the feeling I have not yet come to rest. Where the stone cafe opens, something in me opens too. Not with joy that asks for notice, but with room, as if light upon the old walls knows the shape of what I hide, and this small familiar silence allows it to loosen deep inside. Through the doorway comes the morning, soft along the wooden chair, and the town begins without me for a while. Someone passes, someone pauses, someone waits for someone else, and I think of one I almost still expect. Where the stone cafe opens, I can almost start again, with a cup between my hands and nothing said. Not because the world is lighter, not because the hurt is gone, but because this quiet place allows me to go on. You are always by the blue shutters when that quiet day comes round, with your coffee and the old stone, holding light. Something in the chair remembers, something in the window knows how you settle there as gently as the time. Coffee by the blue shutters on the day that brings you there, like a small and faithful ritual in the air. And I do not know your story, only how the whole room seems to grow still around your presence and your peace. You look out toward the street as if it has become familiar, not a thing to chase or question, only see. There is something in that stillness, in the way you lift the cup, that makes an ordinary hour deeper. Somehow, coffee by the blue shutters, and the day repeats its grace, with the old stone and the silence in one place. Every time I see you there, it feels less like chance than truth, like the room would not be whole without you. Maybe no one else would notice how a life can show this way, in the choice to keep returning to one chair. But the light upon the blue paint, and the warmth upon the stones, make it seem that even quiet leaves a trace. Coffee by the blue shutters, on the day you always come, turns the smallest kind of moment into form, and the calm you bring so lightly, simply sitting as you do, leaves a hush that stays behind you in the room. Along this narrow stone street, where the old walls catch the light, we have walked with nothing grand to say, only quiet words between us, only steps that fall as one, and the feeling that this moment is here to stay. Let us walk this street together, through whatever years may do, and leave our shadows on these stones like something true. Though the world may change around us, let it change and let it run. We will keep this little road for me and there are flowers on the window, there is blue against the wall, and the afternoon lies softly at our feet. You are near enough beside me that the silence feels complete, and the old town seems to breathe with us instead. Let us walk this street together, while the light is warm and slow, and leave our shadows here where only stone can know. If tomorrow brings another kind of sky above this place, still I wanna keep this hour in your pace. Not for glory, not for promise, not because the world will see, but because a life is made of things like these. Of the roads we learn by heart, of the ones we walk beside, of the quiet we are given when love is kind. Let us walk this street together for as long as time allows, and leave our shadows in the light upon these stones. And if everything around us becomes something far away, may this little street remember how we came. In the quiet of the stone room, light comes softly through the glass, touching pages, touching table, then it rests. Outside brightness fills the street, but in here the shadows keep just enough stillness for a heart to hear itself. In the quiet of the stone room, nothing asks me who I've been, and the silence does not hurry what I feel with a book left open lightly, with a thought I do not name. There is peace enough to let the day grow real. Old walls hold the warmth in layers, wooden chairs and lowered light, and the hours lose their sharpness in this shade. I have brought unfinished questions, I have brought a tired mind, but the room receives them without asking to explain. In the quiet of the stone room, every little thing seems true, from the turning of a page to breathe in stone. Not a loneliness that darkens, but a kind and settled space where the soul can sit without being alone. There are places made for talking, there are places made for show, and there are places where a person can grow clear. Here the silence is not empty, it is patient, deep and warm, like an old hand resting gently near. In the quiet of the stone room, I can feel my thoughts grow mild, with the light, the page, the stillness, and the air. Then before I rise and leave it, something in me has been put back in place, without a word. cooling by the window, scones still warm upon the tray, and the sweet familiar fragrance rounding you. You were standing in that softness, like the room had chosen well to keep its little golden kindness close to you. Cakes cooling by the window, and the sweetness in the air wrapped itself around you gently, standing there. Now the memory that stays with me is not the light or stone above, but the scent of warm baked sweetness and my love. You said something to another, half a smile and lowered eyes, while I watched the steam and sugar settle, and I knew I had no place there. But the quiet one I kept, where your nearness and the scent of scones would go. Cakes cooling by the window, and the sweetness in the room made it harder not to call your name too soon. For the thought I could not offer, for the heart I could not show, turned to flour, honey, butter, warm and slow. Even now when scones are baking and that tender sweetness starts, something of that little cafe fills my heart. Not because you ever loved me, not because you even knew, but because the scent of sweetness still is you. Cakes cooling by the window, and your shadow passing through left a trace of sugar silence and of you. So my memories return sweetest, not in words I meant to say, but in warm baked air that held you for a day. You sit across the table with a light upon your hands, saying small and simple things I want to keep. Nothing in your voice is hurried, nothing in the room is loud, but the quiet seems to deepen when you speak. Before love says its name, there is this, the gentle way the hour leans and lies. Not a promise, not a vow, only something drawing near, like a meaning taking shape while staying clear. I can hear the cup set down, I can hear the softened street, and the space between our words grow warm and wide. You look up and then away, and the moment does the same, as if it knows too much to choose a side. Before love says its name, there is this, the calm that turns an ordinary day to grace. Not because we speak of forever, not because we dare too much, but because something quiet has found its place. There are feelings that come lightly, not because they matter less, but because the heart grows certain without sound. And the tender things among us, still too small to call their own, keep the whole bright room from touching ground. Before love says its name, there is this, your smile resting just a little longer near. And I think the truest things begin this way, soft enough to almost vanish, yet still here. By the doorway of the stone cafe, you were always there somehow, in the patch of light that finds the floor each day. Not asking much of anyone, not belonging to one hand, yet the room feels less alone because you stay. Little pause in the sunlit doorway, keeper of the quiet room. You have watched us through our laughter and our gloom. When the heart grows tired or heavy, you come near without a sound, like a small and living blessing on the ground. You have seen the cup set down, seen the faces come and go, seen the old stone hold its warmth through every hour. And in ways no one can measure, you have made this place more kind, like the cafe keeps its soul beneath your eyes. Little pause in the sunlit doorway, guardian of the stone and chair. You are there when joy grows with words or grand gestures, only with your steady grace and the simple way you linger in this place. Some will say you are just a creature resting where the light falls through, but the ones who've sat here long enough know it is not true. For you carry all the softness this old room has learned to keep, and you lay it by our feet when we need peace. Little pause in the sunlit doorway, faithful heart the cafe knows. Through the bright and passing seasons, through the days that heal too slow, and whatever we bring with us, joy or ache, we cannot hide. You remain beside the stone walls, like their quiet soul inside.
When the light leaves the stone walls, it does not leave all at once, but in quiet little changes, hardly seen. Gold grows thinner on the doorway, softness lingers on the glass, and the day begins to gather. What it's been. When the light leaves the stone walls, something stays and something goes, like the warmth upon a table, after close. Not the noise of passing hours, not the things we meant to say, but the gentle shape of living through the day. Chairs are still, the room grows tender, voices thin along the street, and the flowers keep their color for a while. What was laughter? What was silence? What was carried in a glance? All of it becomes more quiet as the light. When the light leaves the stone walls, all the little moments turn into something memory without a word. Every corner, every shadow, every calm the room once knew, holds a trace of those who stayed there, passing through. It is strange how much remains when the brightness has grown small, how a day can leave its kindness on the stone. Not enough to stop the evening, not enough to call it back, only enough to make the heart feel less alone. When the light leaves the stone wall and the hour leans out of sight, there is still a quiet beauty left in light. In the town, the room, the old days all grow gentle as they fade, like a life that keeps its sweetness when it's made.
You always came on Thursdays when the light was soft and thin, and the old cafe had settled into noon. Nothing in the room announced you, still I knew before I saw, by the way the hour would gather into you. You always came on Thursdays, and I never called it more than a small familiar rhythm at the door. But some habits carry meaning long before the heart can say why one quiet day keeps shining through the week. It was always much the same then, how you took your usual place, how the room grew just a little more awake. There were cups and passing voices, there were simple things to do, yet the day seemed to remember you were due. You always came on Thursdays, and I let it stay unnamed, like a page kept in a book without a mark. Still the hours learned your footstep, and the light along the wall seemed to wait for you without a sound. Maybe nothing would have happened, maybe nothing had to do, but the heart begins in quiet things like these. In the chair that keeps returning, in the day that turns your way,
small pattern starts to mean. You always came on Thursdays, and before I understood, something in me had begun to keep the day. Not with longing, not with sorrow, only with a growing care for the hour that brought your presence there.
It was always that same small table by the window near the wall, where the light would find your shoulder in the day. No one said we meant to choose it, still our footsteps knew the way. As if something there had waited for our names. It was never chance between us, not the chair, not how you smiled, not the quiet way we settled. All the while, some things happen without speaking. Some things ask for nothing more. Than a table we return to as before. There were words about the weather, there were cups in passing hours, there were little things that seemed too small to keep. Yet the space between our voices grew familiar, warm and clear, like a room the heart had entered in its sleep. It was never chance between us, not the nearness, not the tone, not the way that even silence felt like home. Something gentle kept returning every time we took our place, and the old stone cafe held it in its grace. Other people came and left there, other afternoons were spent, but that table kept our quiet like a vow. Not a promise made aloud, not a future either named, only something choosing us again somehow. It was never chance between us, though we let it look that way, like two people simply meeting day by day.
The table knew before us what the heart was moving toward, and it waited in the sunlight by the wall. Before the street forgot our names, we walked there like we always would, with light upon the stone and walls that understood. Nothing in our words was rare, only little things we said, but even silence seemed to keep them where we went. Before the street forgot our names, the days were small and full of grace, and every corner held a trace of us in place. Not because we asked it to, not because we meant to stay, but because our quiet hours had learned the way. There were cups inside the cafe, there were flowers by the blue, and the town wore all its oldness like it knew. You would laugh at something slight, I would answer just as low, and the afternoon would gather round us both. Before the street forgot our names, the stone remembered every sound, from passing words to soft footfalls upon the ground. Every glance that turned to warmth, every pause that asked for none, made the whole familiar street feel gently won. Now the walls still catch the sunlight, and the tables still remain, but the air no longer carries quite the same. Still I think the old town keeps what the years have brushed aside, like a book that holds a flower pressed inside. Before the street forgot our names, we left more than passing time. We left a kind of tenderness the stone could keep. And though the hours gone from sight, and though the days have traveled far, somewhere in that quiet street we still are. You could have gone much earlier. The cup was nearly finished through, and the light had shifted softly on the wall.
Still you stayed and said a little, then let silence follow it, like there was something in the hour worth more than leaving for. What you meant by staying on, I have wondered ever since. In the pause after your laughter, in the hints, not in words that would declare it, not in anything too plain, but in how you let the moment gently remain. There were people in the cafe, there were footsteps in the street, and the room kept moving lightly all around. Yet our table held a slowness that did not belong to time, as if something unadmitted had sat down. What you meant by staying on, when the easy talk was through, and the smallest things between us somehow grew. Every glance became more careful, every silence more aware, like the air itself had noticed something there. Maybe it was nothing certain, maybe neither of us knew. Maybe staying was the only truth you had. But I think of how you lingered with your hand beside the cup, and I know the heart can speak without being asked. What you meant by staying on still returns to me this way, not as sorrow, not as promise, but as day, held a little past its ending, just enough to let me see that the time you did not leave was meant for me. After you had gone, the room still held something warm and sweet, like the air had learned your presence and refused. There was coffee on the table, there were cakes beside the glass, but what lingered there the longest was still you. It was the sweetness you left in the room, more than sugar, more than steam, more than all the little comforts I could name. For the scent of bread and coffee only stayed because of this, that my heart had laid its longing through your name.
Someone moved beyond the counter. Someone laughed out in the street, and the old stone kept its silence as before. Still the space around your chair felt more tender than the rest, like the hour had not forgiven that you'd gone. It was the sweetness you left in the room, not a word that had been said, not a promise, not a touch I could hold. Only warmth that turned to memory while the doorway slowly cleared, and the ache of wanting something to have grown. I had thought that longing lived in what is absent and far away, but that day it stayed so closely in the air. In the crumbs that cut the stillness, in the place you used to be, all the quiet things around me spoke you there. It was the sweetness you left in the room, and it stayed when you were gone. Through the coffee, through the cakes, through afternoon. And I knew then some affections do not fade when footsteps do. They become the tender flavor of a room.
We spoke as if time were kind, as if the hour would stay, with a light laid softly on the table where we were. Nothing in your voice was certain, nothing in mine reached too far, but the quiet way you answered made it seem enough. We spoke as if time were kind, and for a while it was in the space between the cups, the light, the pause. Not because the future promised anything it meant to keep, but because the afternoon had chosen peace. There were people in the street below, there were flowers by the wall, and the old cafe kept breathing round us both. You would look at me, then downward, as if careful with the air, and I felt the world grow up where we sat. We spoke as if time were kind, as if nothing harsh could reach. Through the calm that settled quietly in your speech, every word left something open every silence something true, and the day became a shelter made for two. I know now that time is neither soft nor merciful for long, but that hour held us lightly in its hands. And I think of how we trusted what we had without a name, as if goodness could be simple and remain. We spoke as if time were kind, and though the years have proved it strange, I still keep that hour with me when things change. For the heart can live for years on one remembered kind of grace, when two people sit believing time is kind.
The town knew before we did, in the way the shutters caught the light, in the flowers leaning closer when we passed. Nothing in our hands had changed, nothing in our voices gave us up. Yet the old stone seemed to keep some quiet fact. The town knew before we did before, either heart would say what was growing in the silence day by day. In the windows, in the doorways, in the warm and watchful air, something gentle had already met us there. You would look at me and laugh, then the moment would turn shy, like the street itself had heard too much to tell. Every corner held a patience, every wall a tender hush, as if all the little things had learned us well. The town knew before we did before, thought could make it plain. Before nearness found the courage for a name, and the blossoms by the railing and the blue against the stone made it seem we were not keeping this alone. Maybe love begins like this, not in thunder, not in fire, but in places growing softer when we're near, as if streets and rooms remember what the heart has just begun, and keep still until we're ready to hear. The town knew before we did, and it held that knowledge light in the flowers, in the windows, in the bright. So when at last the feeling found us, it was not a thing brand new, only something all around us you already knew.
the stone cafe opens. I come carrying yesterday, with its quiet weight still folded in my chest. Nothing broken, nothing spoken, only more than I could name, and the feeling I have not yet come to rest. Where the stone cafe opens, something in me opens too, not with joy that asks for notice, but with room. As if light upon the old walls knows the shape of what I hide, and this small familiar silence allows it to loosen deep inside. Through the doorway comes the morning, soft along the wooden chair, and the town begins without me for a while. Someone passes, someone pauses, someone waits for someone else, and I think of one I almost still expect. Where the stone cafe opens, I can almost start again, with a cup between my hands and nothing said. Not because the world is lighter, not because the hurt is gone, but because this quiet place allows me to go on. You were always by the blue shutters when that quiet day comes round, with your coffee and the old stone holding light. Something in the chair remembers, something in the window knows how you settle there as gently as the time. Coffee by the blue shutters on the day that brings you there, like a small and faithful ritual in the air. And I do not know your story, only how the whole room seems to grow still around your presence and your peace. You look out toward the street as if it has become familiar, not a thing to chase or question, only see. There is something in that stillness, in the way you lift the cup, that makes an ordinary hour deeper somehow. Coffee by the blue shutters, and the day repeats its grace, with the old stone and the silence in one place. Every time I see you there, it feels less like chance than truth,
like the room would not be whole without you. Maybe no one else would notice how a life can show this way, in the choice to keep returning to one chair. But the light upon the blue paint and the warmth upon the stones make it seem that even quiet leaves a trace. Coffee by the blue shutters on the day you always come, turns the smallest kind of moment into form. And the calm you bring so lightly, simply sitting as you do, leaves a hush that stays behind you in the room. Along this narrow stone street, where the old walls catch the light, we have walked with nothing grand to say, only quiet words between us, only steps that fall as one, and the feeling that this moment is here to stay. Let us walk this street together, through whatever years may do, and leave our shadows on these stones like something true. Though the world may change around us, let it change and let it run. We will keep this little road for me and you. There are flowers on the window, there is blue against the wall, and the afternoon lies softly at our feet. You are near enough beside me that the silence feels complete, and the old town seems to breathe with us instead. Let us walk this street together, while the light is warm and slow, and leave our shadows here where only stone can know. If tomorrow brings your pace. Not for glory, not for promise, not because the world will see, but because a life is made of things like these. Of the roads we learn by heart, of the ones we walk beside, of the quiet we are given when love is kind. Let us walk this street together for as long as time allows, and leave our shadows in the light upon these stones. And if everything around us becomes something far away, may this little street remember how we came.
In the quiet of the stone room, light comes softly through the glass, touching pages, touching table, then it rests. Outside brightness fills the street, but in here the shadows keep just enough stillness for a heart to hear itself. In the quiet of the stone room, nothing asks me who I've been, and the silence does not hurry what I feel. With a book left open lightly, with a thought I do not name, there is peace enough to let the day grow real. Old walls hold the warmth in layers, wooden chairs in lowered light, and the hours lose their sharpness in this shade. I have brought unfinished questions, I have brought a tired mind, but the room receives them without asking to explain. In the quiet of the stone room, every little thing seems true. From the turning of a page to breathe in stone, not a loneliness that darkens, but a kind and settled space where the soul can sit without being alone. There are places made for talking, there are places made for show, and there are places where a person can grow clear. Here the silence is not empty,
It is patient, deep and warm, like an old hand resting gently near. In the quiet of the stone room, I can feel my thoughts grow mild. With the light, the page, the stillness, and the air. Then before I rise and leave it, something in me has been put back in place without a word.
Cakes cooling by the window, scones still warm upon the tray, and the sweet familiar fragrance rounding you. You were standing in that softness, like the room had chosen well to keep its little golden kindness close to you. Cakes cooling by the window, and the sweetness in the air wrapped itself around you gently, standing there. Now the memory that stays with me is not the light or stone above, but the scent of warm baked sweetness and my love. You said something to another, half a smile and lowered eyes, while I watched the steam and sugar settle, and I knew I had no place there. But the quiet one I kept, where your nearness and the scent of scones would go. Cakes cooling by the window, and the sweetness in the room made it harder not to call your name too soon. For the thought I could not offer, for the heart I could not show, turned to flower, honey, butter, warm and slow. Even now when scones are baking and that tender sweetness starts, something of that little cafe fills my heart. Not because you ever loved me, not because you even knew, but because the scent of sweetness still is you. Cakes cooling by the window,
and your shadow passing through left a trace of sugar silence and of you. So my memories return sweetest, not in words I meant to say, but in warm baked air that held you for a day.
You sit across the table with a light upon your hands, saying small and simple things I wanna keep. Nothing in your voice is hurried, nothing in the room is loud, but the quiet seems to deepen when you speak. Before love says its name, there is this: the gentle way the hour leans and lies. Not a promise, not a vow, only something drawing near, like a meaning taking shape while staying clear. I can hear the cup set down, I can hear the softened street, and the space between our words grow warm and wide. You look up and then away, and the moment does the same, as if it knows too much to choose a side. Before love says its name, there is this: the calm that turns an ordinary day to grace. Not because we speak up forever, not because we dare too much, but because something quiet has found its place. There are feelings that come lightly, not because they matter less, but because the heart grows certain without sound. And the tender things among us, still too small to call their own, keep the whole bright room from touching ground. Says its name, there is this: your smile resting just a little longer near. And I think the truest things begin this way, soft enough to almost vanish, yet still here. By the doorway of the stone cafe, you were always there somehow, in the patch of light that finds the floor each day. Not asking much of anyone, not belonging to one hand, yet the room feels less alone because you stay. Little pause in the sunlit doorway, keeper
quiet room. You have watched us through our laughter and our gloom. When the heart grows tired or heavy, you come near without a sound, like a small and living blessing on the ground. You have seen the cup set down, seen the faces come and go, seen the old stone hold its warmth through every hour. And in ways no one can measure, you have made this place more kind, like the cafe keeps its soul beneath your eyes. Little paws in the sunlit doorway, guardian of the stone and chair. You are there when joy grows easy, there when sorrow fills the air. Not with words or grand gestures, only with your steady grace and the simple way you linger in this place. Some will say you are just a creature resting where the light falls through, but the ones who've sat here long enough know it is not true. For you carry all the softness this old room has learned to keep, and you lay it by our feet when we need peace. Little paws in the sunlit doorway, faithful heart the cafe knows. Through the bright and passing seasons, through the days that heal too slow. And whatever we bring with us, joy or ache we cannot hide, you remain beside the stone walls, like their quiet soul inside.
When the light leaves the stone walls, it does not leave all at once, but in quiet little changes hardly seen. Gold grows thinner on the doorway, softness lingers on the glass, and the day begins to gather. What it's been. When the light leaves the stone walls, something stays and something goes, like the warmth upon a table after close. Not the noise of passing hours, not the things we meant to say, but the gentle shape of living through the day. Chairs are still, the room grows tender, voices thin along the street, and the flowers keep their color. For a while, what was laughter, what was silence, what was a glance. All of it becomes more quiet. As the light, when the light leaves the stone walls, all the little moments turn into something memory keeps. Without a word, every corner, every shadow, every calm the room once knew, holds a trace of those who stayed there, passing through. It is strange how much remains when the brightness has grown small, how a day can leave its kindness on the stone. Not enough to stop the evening, not enough to call it back, only enough to make the heart feel less alone. When the light leaves the stone wall and the hour leans out of sight, there is still a quiet beauty left in light. In the town, the room, the old days all grow gentle as they fade, like a life that keeps its sweetness. When it's made, you always came on Thursdays when the light was soft and thin, and the old cafe had settled into noon. Nothing in the room announced you, still I knew before I saw, by the way the hour would gather into you. You always came on Thursdays, and I never called it more than a small familiar rhythm at the door. But some habits carry meaning long before the heart can say why one quiet day keeps shining through the week. It was always much the same then, how you took your usual place, how the room grew just a little more awake. There were cups and passing voices, there were simple things to do, yet the day seemed to remember you were due. You always came on Thursdays, and I let it stay unnamed, like a page kept in a book without a mark. Still the hours learned your footstep, and the light along the wall seemed to wait for you without a sound. Maybe nothing would have happened, maybe nothing had to do, but the heart begins in quiet things like these. In the chair
You always came on Thursdays, and before I understood, something in me had begun to keep the day. Not with longing, not with sorrow, only with a growing care for the hour that brought your presence there.
It was always that same small table by the window near the wall, where the light would find your shoulder in the day. No one said we meant to choose it, still our footsteps knew the way, as if something there had waited for our names. It was never chance between us, not the chair, not how you smiled, not the quiet way we settled. All the while, some things happen without speaking, some things ask for nothing more than a table we return to as before. There were words about the weather, there were cups and passing hours, there were little things that seemed too small to keep. Yet the space between our voices grew familiar, warm and clear, like a room the heart had entered in its sleep. It was never chance between us, not the nearness, not the tone, not the way that even silence felt like home. Something gentle kept returning every time we took our place, and the old stone cafe held it in its grace. Other people came and left there, other afternoons were spent, but that table kept our quiet like a vow. Not a promise made aloud, not a future either named, only something choosing us again somehow. It was never chance between us, though we let it look that way, like two people simply meeting day by day. But the table knew before us what the heart was moving toward, and it waited in the sunlight by the wall.
before the street forgot our names. We walked there like we always would, with light upon the stone and walls that understood. Nothing in our words was rare, only little things we said. But even silence seemed to keep them where we went, before the street forgot our names. The days were small and full of grace, and every corner held a trace of us in place. Not because we asked it to, not because we meant to stay, but because our quiet hours had learned the way. There were cups inside the cafe, there were flowers by the blue, and the town wore all its oldness like it knew. You would laugh at something slight, I would answer just as low, and the afternoon would gather round us both, before the street forgot our names. The stone remembered every sound, from passing words to soft footfalls upon the ground. Every glance that turned to warmth, every pause that asked for none, made the whole familiar street feel gently won. Now the walls still catch the sunlight, and the tables still remain, but the air no longer carries quite the same. Still I think the old town keeps what the years have brushed aside, like a book that holds a flower pressed inside, before the street forgot our names. We left more than passing time, we left a kind of tenderness a stone could keep. And though the hours gone from sight, and though the days have traveled far, somewhere in that quiet street we still are.
You could have gone much earlier. The cup was nearly finished through, and the light had shifted softly on the wall. Still you stayed and said a little, then let silence follow it, like there was something in the hour worth more than leaving for. What you meant by staying on, I have wondered ever since. In the pause after your laughter, in the hints, not in words that would declare it, not in anything too plain, but in how you let the moment gently remain. There were people in the cafe, there were footsteps in the street, and the room kept moving lightly all around. Yet our table held a slowness that did not belong to time, as if something unadmitted had sat down. What you meant by staying on, when the easy talk was through, and the smallest things between us somehow grew. Every glance became more careful, every silence more aware, like the air itself had noticed something there. Maybe it was nothing certain, maybe neither of us knew. Maybe staying was the only truth you had. But I think of how you lingered, with your hand beside the cup, and I know the heart can speak without being asked. What you meant by staying on still returns to me this way. Not as sorrow, not as promise, but as day, held a little past its ending, just enough to let me see that the time you did not leave was meant for me. After you had gone, the room still held something warm and sweet, like the air had learned your presence and refused. There was coffee on the table, there were cakes beside the glass, but what lingered there the longest was still you. It was the sweetness you left in the room, more than sugar, more than steam, more than all the little comforts I could name. For the scent of bread and coffee only stayed because of this, that my heart had laid its longing through your name. Someone moved beyond the counter, someone laughed out in the street, and the old stone kept its silence as before.
Still the space around your chair felt more tender than the rest, like the owl had not forgiven that you'd gone. It was the sweetness you left in the room, not a word that had been said, not a promise, not a touch I could hold. Only warmth that turned to memory while the doorway slowly cleared, and the ache of wanting something to have grown. I had thought that longing lived in what is absent and far away, but that day it stayed so closely in the air, in the crumbs that cut the stillness, in the place you used to be. All the quiet things around me spoke you there. It was the sweetness you left in the room, and it stayed when you were gone. Through the coffee, through the cakes, through afternoon, and I knew then some affections do not fade when footsteps do. They become the tender flavor of a room.
We spoke as if time were kind, as if the hour would stay, with a light laid softly on the table where we were. Nothing in your voice was certain, nothing in mine reached too far, but the quiet way you answered made it seem enough. We spoke as if time were kind, and for a while it was. In the space between the cups, the light, the pause. Not because the future promised anything it meant to keep, but because the afternoon had chosen peace. There were people in the street below, there were flowers by the wall, and the old cafe kept breathing round us both. You would look at me, then downward, as if careful with the air, and I felt the world grow where we sat. We spoke as if time were kind, as if nothing harsh could reach. Through the calm that settled quietly in your speech, every word left something open, every silence something true, and the day became a shelter made for two. I know now that time is neither soft nor merciful for long, but that hour held us lightly in its hands. And I think of how we trusted what we had without a name, as if goodness could be simple and remain. We spoke as if time were kind, and though the years have proved it strange, I still keep that hour with me when things change. For the heart can live for years on one remembered kind of grace, when two people sit believing time is kind. The town knew before we did, in the way the shutters caught the light, in the flowers leaning closer when we passed. Nothing in our hands had changed, nothing in our voices gave us up, yet the old stones seemed to keep some quiet fact. The town knew before we did before, either heart would say what was growing in the silence day by day. In the windows, in the doorways, in the warm and watchful air, something gentle had already met us there. You would look at me and laugh, then the moment would turn shy, like the street itself had heard too much to tell. Every corner held a patience, every wall a tender hush, as if all the little things had learned us well. The town knew before we did, before thought could make it plain. Before nearness found the courage for a name, and the blossoms by the railing and the blue against the stone made it seem we were not keeping this alone. Maybe love begins like this, not in thunder, not in fire, but in places growing softer when we're near, as if streets and rooms remember what the heart has just begun, and keep still until we're ready to hear. The town knew before we did, and it held that knowledge light, in the flowers, in the windows, in the bright. So when at last the feeling found us, it was not a thing brand new, only something all around us you already knew.